Hey legends, and welcome back to the least knowledgeable sim racing channel. We finally have an excuse to come back to beamNG. The new update 0.22 brings with it a bunch of new things, chief of which is a new car, the Soliad Wendover. Soliad Wendover? However you're supposed to pronounce that, I have no idea, and honestly, I'm not even sure that it matters. This car is an ode to the technological overreach of the late 80s and early 90s, with a high-tech digital dash and in true beamNG style, a bunch of options in terms of engine fitment and aftermarket mods to customize to your needs. Alongside this, we have a remaster of the classic Bruckell Legran. Once again setting records with my world-class pronunciation skills, this car has a remastered 3D model and interior with new variants for your driving, racing and crashing pleasure. The big and somewhat off-the-wall addition to this update is the new walking mode, which, yes, allows you to get out of the car and stroll around. A little strange for a game which doesn't even render the player as a 3D model, but sure, we'll bite. I don't want to get too carried away with the feature list. After all, you can read the full thing yourself on Steam. Just be sure to smash that sub for more partially knowledgeable, somewhat entertaining beamNG content down the track. For the time being, let's get into one of these cars and take it for a spin. And we're finally back in beamNG. Guys, I've been waiting for this ever since the last update, an excuse to revisit one of my favorite sims. God, it feels like it's been ages since the last time we were here. Anyway, we're in the new Soliad, Wendover. So, we're in the new car, and we're going to test the new car much as you would test out a car in real life. I mean, when you buy a brand new car from the late 80s through to the mid 90s, the first thing that you think to yourself is, do I care about the gas mileage? Do I care about the aerodynamic performance? Really, the important question is, how well would the car do in surviving a marauding horde of traffic attempting to murder me in a city on the west coast? So because we ask the important questions in this channel, let's try to answer that. Alright, I'm about to press the magic button and start our car hunt with an extra chromosome. Let's do it. And actually being in gear is usually a good start, Erman. Here we go. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. Alright, short first gear, that's for sure. Oh my god. Okay, alright. Okay, that's fine. We're still good. We're still good. Apparently a bit of a rough start, but that's okay. That's alright, we'll survive. Let's go off-road, see how she handles up here in the trees. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Just let's not do jumps. Alright, cool. We're good. We're good. A little bit of off-road performance there, not bad. The first thing that you realize is that she likes understeer a lot, and the reason for that is front-wheel drive. If you're anything like me, you don't like front-wheel drive very much, because it kind of sucks. And that's basically the name of the game here. Okay, apparently it's not so bad. Let's see how we go. Okay, apparently we're not going to go well. Okay, maybe they don't like the off-road experience. With any luck, we should survive this. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Just be mindful. Be mindful. Always be mindful. So mindful. You know what? Given the amount of pieces that have flown off this car, it's actually driving remarkably well. Yeah, okay, let me revisit that statement very quickly and work out where my ignition is. Ooh, I feel like I've had better driving experiences, but thank you for that boost, guys. Appreciate it. I'm not really sure what's missing on the car, but oh wow. You know what? Okay. That's kind of impressive. I mean, honestly, the fact that the car can still move, that is really impressive. So I mean, to really answer the question, how long can the Soliad how long can the new car last against a city full of marauding maniacs? I mean, longer than you would expect, I guess. Okay, now that we're winding down a little bit on the racetrack of all places, let's chillax a little bit and take a look at the interior of the car. As you can tell, the race trim version is a little bit stripped away, interior's a little bit bare with the roll cage in there, and the very, very interesting looking quasi-futuristic, at least from an 80s perspective, dash. So the car itself is quite aggressively styled, you might say. Let's see if the headlights are gonna go. The next best thing to pop-up headlights, am I right, guys? I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. When did that design styling ever leave the automotive industry? And why? Like, who made the decision not to make lights pop out of nothing? What a great idea. Anyway, let's take this thing around the racetrack and see how it handles. In race trim, it's actually all-wheel drive, so I'm hoping it should handle in a more balanced fashion than the road-going version. And here we go, in true sim racing fashion. Let's have at it. Try and get in gear so we can actually launch. I'm curious, how will the race trim version of this car actually perform compared to some of the others? Some of the long-standing kings like the Hirochi Sunburst. If I'm remembering the names correctly, that is. Alright, so far so good. The brake performance of this car is insane. It actually has really good high-speed grip as well. Feeling that downforce doing its thing. Let's see how good the brakes actually are. Insanely good. Probably missed the brake point by just a touch there. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Almost. You saw nothing. Great thing is, track limits aren't really a thing in beamNG. It understands real life, much like the Bahrain Grand Prix, am I right? Alright, up to 4th. Makes you wish you had DRS, come on. Am I even going to get into 5th? Okay, so apparently the car has very long gears. And a lot of wind turbulence going on. We call that drag. And it definitely is a drag. Alright, here we go. We try to climb. Wow, smashing off the rev limiter. I think you can do this in 3rd. Alright, coming up to the bastardized carousel. Let's do it. And it handles the S okay. Or the high-speed chicane, really, whatever you want to call it. Coming up to the 2nd lap now. My question is, where is the brake point for T1? How good are these brakes really? Exceptionally good, but not as good as I needed them to be. Oh, hitting them track limits all day and daily. We do this, you can almost do that part flat out. You've got a brake here, of course, it's off camber. As we head out to the outside, got to maximize that track. From curb to curb. Actually landed in the correct gear for once. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Going down, really nice and slow. Trying to be legit, of course, you can just kind of fly over that chicane if you so wish. beamNG being very kind to the old track limits. All you really have to do is go through these gates and Bob's your uncle for the rest of it. Alright, going into our DRS zone yet again. I have my doubts about the car's ultimate performance, but its braking is astounding. At least on the race trim version. Alright, nice and hard brake zone here. That's right, I've got to stay in 3rd. Oh man. Okay, so it turns out when you completely lock your brakes, you lose some of that awesome braking performance. So, that lap time, huh? Well, almost maximized the track. Almost. As we smash the anti-cut completely. That's the way it's done. To come across the line for the very last time and cement the... I've completely forgotten its name. Cement this car's time in the annals of history. Okay, so we're down in 23rd position, I assume way beneath the Hirochis and whatnot else. But at the very least, we get this experience, right? Because after all, this is really what we come to beamNG for. Look at that loading on the outside tires. Whoa, man, look at that engine almost popping out of the hood there. That is... only one sim gives you this, you know? Anyway, let's move on to some of the other features added as part of this update. Of course, one of the minor footnotes of this update was that the Bruckell Legran got remastered. So of course, this is the most representative version of the car. I believe it's called the Atrocious, with this wonderful finish, and the fact that half the interior has been ripped out. I feel like there's no better way to really encapsulate this car for you than driving this thing on a dirt track. So let's check out the interior very quickly before we proceed. Okay, nice vintage dash, a lot of pink and a lot of metal, and hopefully a helmet for us as well. So let's drive it around this little dirt oval loop crazy track thing and see how it handles. Very real world comparison here, of course. Alright. 1, and here we go. We'll say that force feedback experience is a lot lighter on this car. Not sure what that's all about, but I'll take it. Not trying to rip my arm off like the other one was. Okay, so far so good. Seems like you only really need one gear for this car. Okay. Pretty robust, still moving. I can't say there's a lot of centering forces on the wheel though, so it's proving it a little bit difficult to actually turn with. I'm having to flick the wheel quite a lot. Alright. Okay, still robust. Probably helps that the exhaust is sticking out of the hood right in front of me. Alright, I might have to go really fast for this. Come on, come on, come on. It's fine. Robust. Robust. That's the name of the game. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go in reverse. We're gonna go in reverse, then we're gonna keep going. We're gonna start the engine again, then we're gonna go in reverse, then we're gonna keep going. Okay. Alright, alright. Good. Good. You know what? She still moves. Like the wheels are more or less kind of centered, maybe, a little bit. Okay. Got that. We got a black gate there. I don't know what that's about, but... Okay. So far, so good. I feel safe when I'm banging off the rev limiter here, so... Okay. Okay, nice and easy. At least we know where to expect the ginormous leap this time. I'm not entirely sure if 100 horsepower is quite enough to overcome that massive hole in the ground, but we'll do what we can. Okay, so far so good. Robust is the name of the game. Take a shot every time you hear it. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Got one more before the big leap. Alright, let's see what we can do. See if we can line it up while still on the throttle. Alright, on the throttle, on the throttle, on the throttle. Let's do this. Let's do it. Robust. So robust. Okay. Alright. If you're not so blind drunk, you can still keep up with this video. Let me assure you that the remastered version of this car is... Well, I don't really know. I never drove it in the first place, but I gotta say, I like the hot pink version that has virtually no power and you can just kind of throw around and bounce off everything in existence. It's kind of fun to drive in its own way. So, the Atrocious, 2 thumbs up. Let's try out walking mode. So, the devs say that we should press F to get out and walk around. Let's try that out. Okay, so far so good. Oh, we conveniently happen to be in a canyon in Utah. Who'd have thought? What are the odds? I mean, really? I wonder what that could be about. Okay. Oh, ooh, okay. Alright, ooh, okay. Alright, we've got menus coming up, all kinds of stuff happening. Alright, alright. Come on, Jeep. Alright, apparently we can run around, we can jump, we can do all kinds of stuff. But most importantly, we can do this. I said, most importantly, we can do this. I said... Most importantly, we can do this. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Take that. Apparently we have God mode. So, I guess that's walk around mode. You can kind of enjoy the aftermath of the carnage that you cause. Anyway, Be sure to check the feature list of the new update for any things I may have missed here. There's some kind of trigger mode as well, so you can set up multiple sequences of events with your cars, which is very, very cool and potentially very, very cool for those of you who are far more creative than I am. For those who want to see future beamNG content and me try to work out why the front tires on this thing are so much skinnier than the rears, well, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'll see you later.